Hey, welcome back. It seems a lot of people I know are exploring new career opportunities. Whether you're a young person just getting started or someone looking to make a change, this is for you. I'm going to share something I recently went through. I was in a job search, and I want to be honest with you. It was competitive out there, but I landed the role. And I think the way I used AI throughout the process made a real difference. This isn't a let AI do everything for you video. In fact, if you take one thing away from this, I hope it's the opposite message. This is about using AI as a tool to help you work smarter and harder than anyone else applying for the same job. So let me walk you through exactly what I did, step by step, starting with the mindset you need before you even open your laptop. Before I get into tactics, I want to say something that I think a lot of job search content skips over. This is your career, your job, your paycheck, your mortgage, your rent, your car payment, the food on your table, your kids' clothes. This matters. And yet the internet has made it dangerously easy to just upload a generic resume and just click apply, apply, apply without any real thought or effort behind it. Recruiters can see that. They see that your resume isn't aligned to the role. They see that you didn't really engage with the job description. They can feel the lack of effort. So before we talk about AI, I want you to make a commitment. For every company you apply to, you are going to put in real effort, customized, intentional, thoughtful. And here's the other thing I'll say. Even while you're in a job hunt, never stop building your skills, personally and professionally, because that shows an employer that you are curious, you're willing to learn, and you're motivated. That's the kind of person people want to hire. AI amplifies effort, it doesn't replace it. All right, let's get into the process. In the next few minutes, here's what we're going to cover and bring together: the resume, the cover letter, interview prep, company research, and your launch plan. So let's get started. Once I identified a job I wanted to apply for, the first thing I did was take the full job description and bring it into Claude. Then I uploaded my current resume and I asked Claude to polish my resume and align it specifically with that job description. Now, here's why this matters, not just what to do. Before AI, the advice was always align your terminology. If the company uses the word cross functional collaboration, don't use teamwork. If they prioritize revenue growth, don't bury it. Use the same language in roughly the same order of importance. Because when a recruiter scans your resume, yes, they're scanning, they are not reading. You want the words that matter to jump out to them. AI makes this process fast, but you still need to proofread it yourself. This is critical. Don't let AI add skills you don't actually have. You do not want to be in an interview and get asked about something on your resume that you can't speak to. That's a fast way to lose a role. Also, and I say this as someone who's seen a lot of AI generated content, AI loves to add hyphens and dashes. It's a dead giveaway. Clean those up. Make it sound like you. Next, the cover letter. Every single one should be customized. Every one. Here's what I did: I would find pages on the company's website, their about page, their values page, anything around mission, sustainability, innovation, their people philosophy, and I'd pull that content into Claude. Then I'd add my own instructions. Here are the things about this company that genuinely interest me. Here are the values I align with. Here's my relevant experience. Now write a cover letter that connects my story to their story. When a hiring manager reads a cover letter that specifically references their language, their values, and their priorities, it lands differently. It shows you did the homework. It shows you want this job, not just a job. Same rule applies here. Proofread it, correct grammar, remove the hyphens, make it human. Okay, let's say you get the interview. This is where I really leaned into AI. For every interview I had, once I knew who I was meeting with, I'd go back to Claude, I'd share the person's title and the context of the role, and I'd ask, what question should I be asking this specific person? If I'm talking to the head of operations, I want operational questions about scale, about process, about where the friction is in the business. If I'm talking to the head of marketing, I want to understand their go to market approach, their biggest challenges, their measurement philosophy. Thoughtful, specific questions show you prepared. They also help you evaluate whether this is the right company. I also ask Cled, what questions might they ask me? What will they focus on from my resume? This helped me rehearse and be ready, not scripted, but prepared. And speaking of the interview, don't go into any interview without doing real research on the company. I use AI to help me understand the company's history and trajectory, where they're headed, strategy, recent announcements, stated priorities, employee and customer reviews, because you want a clear eyed view, not just the marketing pitch. The technology stack. Most job postings list tools and platforms. I'd look across their open roles and ask Claude to explain what each tool does and what I should know about it. Walking in prepared, knowing their challenges, their culture, their tools. That's what separates a candidate who's eager from a candidate who's ready. As I got further into the interview process, I built something that I think really made a difference, a 30, 60, 90-day plan. I gave Claude as much context as I could, the role, the company, what I'd learned through the interviews, the stated goals, the team structure, and I asked it to help me draft a project plan. What would I focus on in the first 30 days? Who would I need to meet? What would I need to learn? What would I start building towards in months 2 and 3? For a senior leadership role like I was applying for, this also meant thinking about strategy. What do I need to understand about the systems, the people, the processes? What are the big goals? Where are the gaps? Now, important caveat, the plan is based on the information you have before you start. It will change, and that's okay. The point isn't to arrive with a perfect playbook. The point is to show that you've been thinking, you're serious, and you hit the ground running from day one. So that's the full process: a tailored resume, a customized cover letter, targeted interview prep, deep company research, and a 30, 60, 90-day plan that shows you're already thinking about how to contribute. AI helped me at every step, but I put in the work. I read everything. I made decisions. I added my voice. I made it mine. Your job search is yours. Treat it like the most important project on your plate because it is. And in between, keep building skills, knowledge, relationships, because the best time to get ready for your next opportunity is before you even know it exists. For more advice on nailing the interview, check out my links for that video. I hope this helped. If it did, share it with someone who's in the hunt right now. They need it. And I'll see you in the next one.